Hey, welcome back. My name is Dr. Tammy L. Holmes, and I wear a few hats. I'm a global educator, I'm a travel advisor, and a cultural storyteller who takes students abroad, and a documentary filmmaker, passionate about capturing the souls and the soul of the cultures worldwide. See, travel is more than a gateway. It is the gateway. It's how I do business, educate, connect, and tell stories that help others see and feel the world, even if they've never left their hometown. And that's what TVT, Travel Vibes Tribes, is all about. Exploring cultures, building connections, and creating unforgettable journeys that transform lives. So whether you're passport curious or either have passport readiness, welcome to the front. Welcome to the tribe. At TVT, this is episode 2, our passport to adventure. So whether you've traveled the world or you're just starting your journey, this show invites you to a more profound discovery and global citizenship. Our mission is to explore deeper, connect authentically, and grow together as global citizens. Today we're talking about a tiny document with life-changing impact, the passport. Today's show, episode 2, Your Passport to Adventure, exploring cultures, connections, and unforgettable journeys. A simple booklet, but with massive potential. It's your ticket to the world and a powerful symbol of identity, access, and possibility. Your passport equals your worldview. Yet nearly a half of Americans still don't have a passport. Actually, 52% do not. And why is that? And more importantly, what are we missing out on? So let's dive into the history, some barriers, and life-opening opportunities of passport readiness. This tiny book opens big worlds. So, the passport booklet, it's more than a document. It symbolizes access, autonomy, and adventure. But its power is felt differently across cultures. This little booklet in my hand is more than just paper and ink. It's a key that can unlock worlds of adventure and connection. For many, a passport is like a storybook of their life's journeys, with each step representing a new chapter, and each visa a badge of courage earned on the road. However, a passport carries an even more profound significance in African, Caribbean, and Indigenous communities. It serves as a symbol of identity, a ticket to mobility, and a tool of empowerment that has been hard fought and hard won through history. In many African countries, passports symbolize independence and pride. After years of colonial control, nations like Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria began issuing their passports as declarations of sovereignty. Each document affirmed, we are our people. We belong to the world on our terms. See, under colonial rule, travel was a privilege for a few in certain parts of the continent of Africa. And movement was tightly controlled. It's what a scholarship student from Accra or any other city uses to board a plane to a European or even an American university. And what an entrepreneur from Nairobi needs to attend a convention, a business fair in Dubai. But not all passports are created equal. There is an unspoken hierarchy of passports worldwide, and some allow you to breeze through the borders with layers of visa requirements and bureaucracy weigh others down. So imagine the generations before us who could only dream of freely exploring beyond their village or even their island. So when Ghana or Nigeria or Kenya and dozens of other African countries gained independence, their new passports blaze with the national coats of arms, became symbols of victories nationwide. But holding that passport becomes a badge of resilience. It says, despite the hurdles, I claim my right to move and to be treated with dignity. In the Caribbean, the passport has long been a bridge. The passport has been a bridge from Jamaican farm workers in the 1940s to the Trinidadian nurses in London in the 1960s. The passport opened the door to work reunions and diaspora culture. Even earlier, under colonial rule, Caribbean people needed papers to travel for labor on projects like the Panama Canal, something that I learned when I visited the canal. They knew a humble booklet could open big doors and jobs and education abroad. So no wonder getting your first passport is celebrated like a rites of passage throughout the islands. Today it's a bridge and a badge of honor for young islanders. It says, I can see the world now. The symbolic significance of passports runs deep for Indigenous communities. Borders imposed by others have sliced through ancestral lands, yet their connection, land, and mobility predates the existence of modern passports. For example, in 1794, the Jay Treaty recognized the right of Native Americans and First Nations peoples to cross the United States and Canada border freely, honoring a long-standing tradition of movement and trade. Today, many Indigenous groups and people carry a national passport alongside their tribal identity. Some, like the Haudenosaunee people, issue their own passports, although not widely accepted. These documents represent statements of sovereignty, culture, and self-determination. Indigenous Australians, they had message sticks. They were carved wooden tokens that served as safe passage documents between clans. Like ancient passports, they carried authority of trust and tradition. Seeing a modern passport through their eyes means recognizing as a tool of respect, communication, and peace. In these communities, the passport is more than just a travel document. It's a reclamation of movement. It represents the right to go, the right to return, the right to belong, and the right to be seen. So whether it's issued by a nation, a tribe, or carried in the world, it tells a tradition. It tells the world, I am here. I matter. And I have the right to move freely in the pursuit of knowledge, opportunity, and peace. In African villages, passports are kept safely, even in places like Bibles. The elders proudly display them in Caribbean homes. And in Indigenous communities, a new passport It reminds young people that they belong in this world and are part of something larger. It may fit in your pocket, carries heritage, it carries dreams, and the right to be seen. A passport is a canvas waiting for you to fill its pages with meaning, connection, and story. The passport is our gateway to adventure, but more importantly, it's a passport to understanding, belonging, and the next chapter of who we can become. So here are some real world applications and solutions that I would like to propose to you. I'm sitting here with a laptop, with a camera on the table, to let you know that passports aren't just for vacation snapshots. They're tools that open the door to digital, global education, business, creative storytelling opportunities. I know firsthand as a travel agent, I know firsthand as an educator who takes students abroad, and as a filmmaker, my passport is central to everything that I do. As a travel advisor, it helps me build genuine relationships globally. As an educator, it empowers my students to see the world beyond the classroom as we go beyond the textbook. As a filmmaker, it allows me to document culture and connection, creating visual bridges for people who may never leave their homeland, but long to understand the world. So, whether you're running a business, teaching the next generation, or just dreaming of your first trip, being and having passport readiness means being open to a world of possibility. So here we are, another edition of Tammy's Table. We're going to bring it home, but before we do, I'm not just asking you to think about something. I'm going to call you to do something. So at Tammy's Table, we reflect on what matters. And today's takeaway, a passport is more than a document. It's a mindset. It says, I'm ready to connect. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to see the world with curiosity and respect. This book, whether it's for airport reunions, journaling during study trips, cultural exchanges, global citizenship isn't just a big idea. It's made real through our choices, one step at a time. So here's your challenge. One thoughtful action that you can take to embody that mindset and move forward in your own personal journey. So what's your next step? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you have a passport, for passport holders, don't let it collect dust. Use it purposefully. Plan a trip that immerses you in culture different than your own. Maybe you can't travel right now. Use it as your form of identification. No problem. Maybe flip through your passport, your stamped pages. And I invite you to reflect on meaningful moments. Share a story with a friend or a family member, a community member, social media posts online to inspire others. Your mission is to add one new stamp or create a meaningful new memory in the next 365 days in 1 year that connects you to the world. See, each stamp represents more than just a destination. It symbolizes a bridge that you have built. But for those of you who don't have a passport, this is your moment. Start the process. Research how to apply. There's a website on the screen. Gather your documents. Save up your money, $160. Set a goal to use within 30 days. Even if your travel isn't even in your budget, yet applying is a declaration that I'm ready when the world is. While you wait, start your journey from home. Cook a recipe from another country or go buy something from an authentic restaurant. Try a new language. Say hello, goodbye, thank you, forgive me, I love you. Go to a cultural event. Begin building your passport mindset today. These are just small steps that lead to transformative journeys. So whether you're holding your first passport or applying for a new one or renewing your old one, you have and hold the power to begin now. So let that document or the idea of it become your catalyst for connection, growth, and also for purpose. Imagine the collective impact if each of us takes this challenge. We won't just be travelers, but we'll be storytellers. We'll be bridge builders and global citizens. You contribute to more than just connected to the world by adding another stamp or opening your passport for the first time. So here we are. In closing, from the first-time travelers to global change makers, your stories remind us that we are all connected. Remember, the world, your community, your neighborhood, your government needs more people who are willing to step out of their comfort zone and into understanding. The passport is a powerful tool, but the mindset accompanying it is even more powerful. So what's your next step? Will you be a traveler in the truest sense? Seeking knowledge, compassion, building community wherever you go. We invite you to share your next step. Use the hashtag TVT or Travel Vibes Tribes and tell us where your passport or your mindset is taking you next. Your story might inspire the next global citizen in our tribe. So, flipping through my passport, maybe I'm looking at a globe or a world map. But remember, adventure awaits. What will your story be? Until the next time, keep the travel vibes alive. Hashtag TVT. Keep the tribe growing. Never stop exploring. In the meantime, adios, ciao, ciao, bon voyage. Tag us at travel.vibes.tribes or hashtag TVT and let us know where has your passport taken you or where will it take you next. And don't miss out on our next episode. We'll be diving into not just the global streets, but we'll also look at some local flavors that unite cultures. So subscribe and stay curious. This is Travel Vibes Tribes TVT. Remember to explore, connect, grow. If you haven't done so, subscribe now. Watch more. But be passport ready, or at least passport curious. I'm your host, Tammy L. Holmes. Until the next time, do you feel it? Do you feel the vibe? If so, join our tribe. Peace.